Okay. The second thing is that you must invest in both of these. So don't neglect this part, right? And definitely don't neglect this part. But in my experience, veterinary professionals neglect the human part of themselves, right? Most of us, take me for example, I've spent over $100,000 to become a veterinarian. I've spent so many hours, time. I've invested money. I've invested energy, blood, sweat, and tears into being a veterinary professional. But how much had I invested into the human aspect of myself over the years? How much had I actually done? And oftentimes when I ask people how they're investing into the human aspect of themselves, crickets. Like you hear crickets because they're not saying anything, right? And that's true for most people. And if you're feeling burnt out, it's probably true for you as well, okay? And that was definitely my story. And so for me, again, I simply didn't know. I thought that there was this one like aspect to being happy and successful in veterinary medicine, which were the clinical skills. That if I went to vet school and I learned the clinical skills, that I would be happy. That's what I thought. I thought I would have a nice, long, successful veterinary career if I just did that part right there. I didn't realize that there's this other half of the equation. Those are equal sizes, okay? All right. I didn't realize that if you want to have a fully enjoyable veterinary experience, that you also have to have the non-clinical skills. And when we're talking about burnout preparedness and well-being training, it's learning these non-clinical skills. And when you have this one and you have this one, then you can get this right here, this truly enjoyable veterinary experience, right? I think all of us know, whoever you are, wherever you are, someone who is really good clinically, but they're not happy. That's no good. It's also no good to be, well, I'm not going to say it's no good, but we came here to help animals. And so obviously you've got to have this part. You can't just have this one right here and think that you're going to be okay in veterinary medicine, right? If you're messing up surgeries and every blood draw, you have to poke the dog 20 times and the dog's screaming, the owner's upset, right? Your team members are frustrated with you. Obviously you want to be good at the clinical skills, but again, it's been my experience that veterinary professionals are good at the clinical skills, right? We're out there doing the stuff. We're saving the lives, placing the catheters, doing the surgeries, all of that, right? And so here's a quick little survey that was done. They had about 200 people, and they asked the question, in which area do you feel you struggle the most as a veterinary professional? And let's check this out really quickly. This is really cool. I think this will shine a lot of light on what's going on in the profession. But it says that the first one was wellness and work-life balance, and that one had the most with 41 votes. Okay, 41 for wellness and work-life balance, the area that they struggle the most. Okay, the second area here is financial literacy, student loans, financial debt, personal finance, 23 votes. The third one, professional development, 14 votes. And then way down here, next to the bottom with 13 votes, was the medicine or that clinical aspect of things. And so when I first saw this, I was like, well, this makes sense, right? We spend all those years in veterinary school, in tech school, learning the clinical skills. And then each day that we're actually in veterinary medicine, our clinical skills are probably getting better, right? But up here, the top three, these are all the non-clinical ones. All the non-clinical ones. And these are the areas that we're struggling in because we don't have any training. We're not focusing on that human aspect of ourselves, okay? And so here's a quick little quote I came up with. And it says that clinical skills are essential or good for employment, the clinicals part. Non-clinical skills are essential or good for career enjoyment. So easy way to remember it. So if you want employment and enjoyment, you got to be good at, here's an idea, let's be great at both, right? Be excellent at your clinical skills. You probably already are. But now it's time for us to go and focus on those non-clinical skills. The third thing that they should have told you on day one is that veterinary burnout, it's a real thing. You're probably going to hear about it. You're probably going to learn about it. You may even experience it a little bit, but